Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again before our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be here. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. I was just saying to my next guest, it's hard to believe it was 7 years ago when Kenny Lattimore made his first appearance on our program. At that time, we were discussing his single, Find a Way. He now has a brand new album out now called Here to Stay. We're going to talk to Kenny not only about the year that's been 2021 for him, but also what it's like for him to be true to himself and his music along the way, and how his fans from around the world have gone along the journey with him. Kenny, thank you so much again for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And you taking me back to Find a Way and the beginnings of actually what was my record company or record label debut as an independent label. I guess we'll talk about all of that, huh?
Yeah, Kenny, it's been a remarkable journey. I wanted to reference something that you said in that interview with us then, because it struck me and it kind of become a mantra for you. I asked you about purpose, and you said in that interview 7 years ago, you said, I really feel that my musical purpose has been to speak to the hearts of women and the minds of men. And that is something you've continually done from project to project. How does it feel, even in 2021, to be able to do that and to see the response to it?
Wow, I'm very grateful that when I started in that purpose, because it's always been my legacy, but when I started consciously with that in mind, I just wanted to make sure that everything was encouraging and authentic, and having this situation where I have my own label allows me to continue in that legacy with no question. I can make the music that I want, so that it falls in line with my purpose, and it makes it more important than just trying to make a dollar or what have you. So doing this continually also lets me know that love never goes out of style.
Right.
Love never goes out. It is so consistent. People that were 10 years old when For You even came out, maybe they're 35 now and they're thinking about getting married or they're in relationships, and it just continues to live. The music continues to live on, and the messages continue to live on.
Right. It's funny, in that interview we did 7 years ago, I referenced what the New York Times said about you then, Kenny, back in 2002 when they called you the modern soul man. And you have been able to bring that soul to each and everything. Did you always know, when talking about purpose, did you always know that music was that gift that you've been given to share?
No, I thought everybody could sing. I thought, music was just something that everybody enjoyed. And my mother at 12 years old discovered that I could sing, maybe that I was different. And or that's what she thought, at least. I still didn't think I was any different. But she asked me if I'd like to take voice lessons. And I was like, okay, cool. And I started taking those voice lessons. And I think I, just grew as I was committed to it. So to have everything come to pass as it has, it just lets me know that, wow, I just stayed on a path with something that I had passion about and that I loved, and it paid off in a way that I never imagined.
And that is so true. And here we are now in 2021 and talking about being able to do the kind of music that you love. Of course, people, when they listen to Here to Stay, Kenny, there's so much even in that title, right? As people look at your career, look at your longevity, you began this journey with this project with the single Lose You. What was it like for you to see that love coming from that single?
It was totally a surprise, because when I did Lose You, it was just an experimental song initially that we were kind of piecing together after hearing the keyboard lines of Aaron Lindsay and his daughter Kennedy Lindsay. So we have two generations of producers that worked on that song. So what I love is, you have people who are capturing who understand at least the legacy that I have, and at the same time they understand the future of where music is going and where R&B is going. So what happened was we just started piecing some different things together, and then a gentleman named Natural, well, that's his production name, Wanda Hara came in, and he added all of the atmospheric sounds, and also it was really this experimental track that I thought, yeah, this is like some hip hop poetry. I'll never forget presenting it for the first time. I told my recording partners, I said, yeah, check it out and all. This is something that I'm going to put on the album, and then they just kind of stopped and was like, oh my gosh, this is really something special. Particularly Claude Villani, who is the CEO. He's the big guy at SRG. I probably would not have made it a single because it wasn't. Wow. That wasn't even the thought. But he had the guts to say, no, there's something different about this, and it's a little bit outside of what people are going to expect from you. Mm-hmm. But there is, there's something that is unique about this, and I think it's going to resonate with people. And I was like, great, it's great. And it really has. I had to step aside, and I've been telling a lot of people in the interviews that this album has made me more like a student of the music industry and all, with Madison as the main producer, who obviously he's younger than me, but I've been a student all over again because things have just changed a lot, from the streaming versus CD sales, all of that, to even the sound of R&B is just very different. So I needed to step out of the way and say what is happening next and not get caught in tune of myself. That's what I call it, when artists are like, well, no, I'm Kenny Lattimore, this is what my sound is, and this is how I am. You never grow that way. But remaining a student allowed me to grow and go places that I never thought I would. And Lose You is one of those examples of a place where I wasn't really thinking I would actually do.
Well, I tell you, the people are definitely spoken. I was noticing as I was prepping for this segment, Amazon Music is one of the places that carries this show. Kenny, at the time we're having this conversation, the project Here to Stay is number 14 right now in contemporary R&B.
Awesome.
On Amazon. And I think it goes to another message, too. I mean, people hear songs like Lose You, but then there are other songs that are really, speak really to what your audience loves about you. Songs like Only Girl, songs like Priority. And then, of course, I think, you can't take, pass up Nothing on You. Do you think that's been the thing about you, is that you've been able to bring your fans along, but also bring new people along the way who are being reintroduced to you in some ways?
Absolutely. And again, I have to give thanks to my main producer, Madison, who respects my legacy, but he also understands where the music needs to go. And it allowed me to have that fresh sound because of him. But collaboration to me is just so important. It's just so important in growth, and we need each other just in being in a music continuum, if you will, to just continue to be relevant. It's about surrounding yourself with people who understand the marketplace and who understand how to touch the track and the creative process to make it unique and a great experience for what's happening today.
Right, and that is what people definitely respect. For those who are just tuning in, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome back the one and only Kenny Lattimore right now. We're talking with him not only about the new album that's out here to stay, but also what it's been like for him to continue to do what he does, and that is, of course, to live and walk in purpose. You talked about being a student. I have to message you about something, Kenny, and that is your the way you have really taken to social media with this album. Doing your reels and doing your
Oh my
what
God.
Is that? I mean, you talk about the changing world. What has that been like for you to incorporate social media in this journey?
Very time consuming to learn it, and to, again, collaboration is key. Bring people around who really understand it more than you, and not only will they teach, but they kind of are holding my hand through the process, because I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed looking back and seeing the reactions and everything in real time. That's always very interesting. And so to have social media at the forefront of my career, something I never thought would happen, like ever, it shows that we're moving with the signs of the times,
Right. It's such a great point. But I mean, your fans love it though. I mean, and I think the the response to what you post speaks for itself. Let's go back to Here to Stay for a second. The title of this project, and I should let our audience know there is not a particular single called Here to Stay actually on the project. But talk to us about what that title of the album means to you, Kenny.
You know what it means? That I'm dedicated to my purpose in singing to the hearts of women and the minds of men. That's here to stay. Love is here to stay. The messages, the quality of music, the passion that I have towards music is here to stay. And I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Good deal. Last thing I want to mention, Kenny, we really appreciate the time. You know, we have a lot going on. We've been seeing you all over the place. But I want to mention something else you said in an interview 7 years ago. And as we were talking 7 years ago, you said this about being true to yourself. One of the most difficult things was knowing my purpose when it wasn't popular. Knowing my musical purpose was more than what was sometimes expected. I had to keep rolling and stay true to myself, not allowing anyone to deter me. As I have matured, I've been able to embrace it more. There's no getting around the simple fact God calls you to a purpose. I want to talk about that because, you know, we live in a world, unfortunately, where people try to make you into something else or make you sound like this or do this. What is giving you the courage, Kenny, to be able to stay true to yourself along this journey?
Success. You know why? Because once you've had success in something, you have to stop for a minute and you go, okay, what's next? Oprah usually says, dream a new dream. You know, once you achieve a certain thing, because it's like, okay, now I've arrived at this particular spot. What else is there? So for me, it's like, okay, dig a little deeper, because if it's going to have any kind of longevity, if you're in it for the long run, you got to find out where are the roots that are going to allow you to be deeper and for this to have a greater impact on your life. There are a lot of people that are successful and unhappy.
Right.
And those when you end up in those kind of positions, which I can't say I've been unhappy, I just had moments in my life where I had to stop and say, I just know that there's something greater than just making money, because so many people equate money, success and money. That's it. But I think that success is about peace and about happiness and awareness and, connection and an inspiration. I think all of those kind of things are very much relevant when it comes to success.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, Kenny, we appreciate you so much, and we're so glad that you are here and here to stay. And the new project is out now, right now, for our audience to be able to get. Again, Here to Stay by Kenny Lattimore. You can get it wherever you buy your music. Of course, our partner is Amazon Music, but all the streaming sites have it. So make sure you guys go over there and get it for yourself.
But we know what's great about Amazon, though?
Yeah.
You can actually get a CD.
Exactly. You know what?
It's only one of the only places you can actually get a CD.
$10.69, everybody. It's on sale right now. I'm so glad. I wasn't sure people to mention that, Kenny. So I'm glad you did. So they can go ahead and get the CD right now on Amazon, as well as be able to get the digital. Either way, you can go ahead and enjoy this album. Kenny, I really appreciate you, man. How can our audience stay connected with you?
All-encompassing. My website, KennyLattimore.com. You can see about my touring, any other album releases, television shows, what have you. There's even a VIP lounge, a part of the website, that allows you to sign up and receive newsletters from me, so you won't have to look. Awesome. We'll send information directly to you about what's happening.
Well, Kenny, I have to say, it's truly been an honor. It's truly been an honor, and we'll be linking up the website, KennyLattimore.com, for our audience. Thank you for taking out this time today, Kenny. I appreciate it, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Hey, thank you. You as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.